Welcome to DAC Connect Part 3. In this segment, we're going to cover some of the first functions you can do with a particular customer. So I'm going to select King's Forest Exxon, and we're going to talk about these first three options up here in this segment. You can look at accounts receivable, and I won't spend a lot of time on that, but if you touch the radio button beside, then you can see outstanding accounts receivable. You can see the total amount that is owed at this point, the date of the last payment, and that information in any outstanding accounts receivable. If there's a question about something that's already invoice that's already been paid or something of that nature, if you click the Open or All button, then you can see more information of things that are no longer outstanding that don't have a remaining balance. You can also produce a statement by clicking the PDF button, PDF statement. You can also zoom into an invoice. An I-type transaction is an invoice, so this is invoice 15561. If I click the button beside that, it takes me in and I can view the basic functions about the original order. If I click the print button, then what it does is it produces a small PDF file, which is a portable document file. I can click the View Download button and it will open another page, and I can actually see the invoice that was done at that point in time. I'll close that little window out. So you can do several things under accounts receivable besides look at just the AR. You can also look at how a payment was applied and so forth. So it's a pretty good little tool to diagnose any AR questions a customer may have. Price inquiry, I'm going to touch that button. Now, it already knows the customer number, so if I want to find a particular item number, obviously if you know the item number, you can just merely key it right here. If I don't know, I'm going to click the little radio button. I'm going to have two different types of searches in here. If I want to find everything that contains the letter CHER, then I can type that, and somewhere within the item description, if it contains those letters, like here I'm looking for cherry, I can find that. If I want to do a begins with search, I can merely click this button here. It takes me to another type of search where it looks for things that begin with a certain letter. So if I want to find everything that starts with H, for instance, I can type in H and it pulls those up. You can also restrict in here by category, by searching for a category number or for a vendor. You can restrict to items that this customer has purchased before with a little drop down. So you have a number of ways you can do things in there. I'm going to press exit, get out of here. I'll just choose an item. And so what you'll see on the price inquiry is a breakdown. It shows actually what this customer's final price is $8.83. And so you can sort of see how it arrives at that. And you can also see their special retail or custom retail if one exists. Now I know these prices probably are not real world prices, but that's the example of how to work with that. And I want to spend most of the time in this session on this product information, so I'll click that button. And there's just a lot of different ways to navigate through the price book. Now, everything in here is specific to this particular customer that we've chosen. So when it shows a price, that's King Forest Exxon's price. When it shows a retail, that is their retail. You can search in here. You can key an item number in. You can use a barcode scanner to scan a shelf tag. You can use a barcode scanner to scan a UPC code, or you can type a UPC or item number in. You can also search alphabetically by keying part of a description and find something. So here I find my Snickers item. So you'll see the item. You'll see the item number, plus any check digit if you ever happen to need that for some purpose outside of DAC Connect. How it's packed, the unit of measure that is. You'll also see their price, their retail if one exists, how many are available back at the warehouse for picking. If you want to place it on order directly from the price book, you merely click this button here and pop that up. If you want to see a picture and a picture is found for it, you can click this little button here and it'll show you a picture of the product. If I want to start the order from within here, you can click this little button here. It says I don't have an order open yet, so do I want to start one? Basically, we're opening our shopping cart, so I'm going to say yes. And then it will ask how many you want of those Snickers. So if I want 5, I can just tap 5 or click it, or I can actually key a number in here with the keyboard, hit continue, and now that item is placed on order. So I'll have something in my shopping cart now. Other things you can do, restrict to items that have been added since a particular date. restrict to items that this customer has bought before but has not bought again since a particular date. You can restrict to a particular category of products or a subcategory. I'll get rid of my Snickers description up here and just show you what would happen if I click class as a subcategory in DAC. So I can click a class here and choose from there, and it brings up and shows me things that are in that fall in that same class. I can search by vendor. I can do a couple other types of searches in here. So a lot of different ways to navigate throughout the price book, throughout your catalog, place things on order, look at the customer-specific pricing and retailing. You'll notice up here that since I selected cookies, it's showing me what I've selected. There are a couple other controls. If certain items are hidden from public view in general, you can open those up to view them by clicking the Show Excluded drop-down and clicking Yes. So if you have anything that's concealed, those items like this shipper down here is appearing in sort of a pink color, or to show that it's a hidden item, and that's because it's a display. Maybe we don't want the customer getting that item number and ordering it typically. So there's a couple of quick things for the first three options. The next option that we'll spend some time on will be the placing an order. One final note, since we did place something into our shopping cart or start an order, now you'll notice that this entry, instead of saying start an order, says active order. And so that's where we will pick up on the next session in part 4. Thank you. We'll see you soon.